So the Who are doing really well. They're playing.
Yeah, and I've got these other bands.
You've got these other bands,
and everything's good. And the Who, in those days, were really extraordinary. I mean, a force to be reckoned with, you know. And they went through the roof. I mean, if I put a show up on sale, people would leave their jobs, run away from the cash register just to get tickets. You know, it was incredible. And
massive concerts.
Oh, massive. I mean, selling out things in 20 minutes, you know, like huge. And we did stadiums. And I'll never forget, you know, I mean, they played 3 nights at Shea Stadium, 2 nights in most stadiums, you know, and they would sell out very, very quickly. And, yeah, so into the through the 70s and early 80s, they were huge, or mid-80s, up to mid-80s. And we had a great period, you know. The Quadrophenia movie, as I said, it was bigger than the album. It was a huge movie, and it put them firmly in people's psyche. Pete had written 2 concept albums that no one had done before. You know, Floyd came along and did The Wall and Dark Side of the Moon, but they're the only 2 bands really that have ever achieved anything like that, you know. So it was extraordinary on many levels. And as we made Quadrophenia, I made another film parallel to that, which was a film called McVicar, which was a prison film. And John McVicar was a bit notorious. He became like a public enemy #1. And he escaped from a top security prison in Durham, in the north of England. And he wrote a book about it, and I optioned the book. And again, it was a vehicle for Roger Daltrey. He starred in it. And it was, again, a #1 film. It was a big film for us. So the film thing, I was trying to straddle both things at the same time. But in a strange way, music kept getting in the way a bit.
Was it 2010, the Super Bowl with the Who?
Yeah, we played the Super Bowl.
Tell me about that, because you told me the story and I thought it was fascinating how it all worked out. And
well, the amazing thing about the Super Bowl, and I still can't believe it, is they have a break of 20 minutes, and they put up the stage and everything in 4 minutes, and they break it down in 3 or 4 minutes, and you get 12 minutes to play. That's what you get. And it was unbelievable. I mean, I watched them in rehearsal, and they were like, it looked like a whole horde of ants, and they've all got one thing to do each, like a plug or this or that or a cable, and it's just, and then it's gone. It's unbelievable. In between a football game. And of course,
how many viewers was it? 250 million?
Billion.
It's like,
yeah, it was. I think it was about. I've had varying figures, but I think it was about 700, between 700 million and 1 billion people. You know, and I mean, you only got to look at the advertising for that. It's so big. I think it's $1 million a second or whatever. Fucking insanity, you know. And when they asked us about doing it, I thought, do I really want to do that, you know? But it turned out to be a great thing to do. But we were supposed to announce a tour off the back of it, and then a few things went wrong, and we didn't. So it seemed like it was still a great experience, but we didn't use it as the vehicle for what I wanted to use it for. And the other things of a similar nature, but with a different emotional core to them, has been like the 9/11 show. I got a phone call from a friend of mine. He used to be a promoter in Buffalo, in New York. He's now a movie mogul, Harvey Weinstein. And he said, Bill, we want to do this concert for 9/11. Would the Who do it? So I said, yeah, I think so. I think we're in. He said, because if you do it, all the other bands I'm thinking of will do it. it will give it the credibility. So I said, okay, we'll do it. So anyway, we went on the day, and it was The Who, Elton John, The Stones, Paul McCartney, on and on. And I said, the one proviso is that we're not doing 5 minutes. We're not a cabaret band. I want to do 30 minutes minimum. So he said, well, I don't know. Oh, okay, he said, okay. I said, I don't care where we play, but I do care. I said, I'll tell you where we want to play. I want to play right in the middle. None of that shit about closing it. This is not a show where it's a headliner or not, you know. So, as it worked out, we blew the place apart. We came out of it fantastically well. And, you know, I suppose I can say we stole the show. We did. Elton John came up to me afterwards and said, I've never seen anything like it. He said, it was fantastic, you know.